Good evening, Kingsbury families. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to join us for a little bit about Title I and how you can think about getting involved. Before we get started, I want to take care of a very important housekeeping item. After each session that you watch this evening, there are 3 total, take time to complete the sign-in Google form that is attached in the comments of the video. Because there are 3 different videos, there will be 3 different sign-in sheets that match the title of those presentations. Why would you want to take time to do all 3? Here's why. Next Friday, I will be delivering a treat for each of the sessions you watch and complete a sign-in for, Form 4, for each of your children. So I have 4 personal children. If I were a Kingsbury parent and all 4 of my children attended here, if I completed the sign-in form completely and signed up each of my students in that sign-in form, then it would allow the Title I facilitator to put together a treat bag that contained 3 treats for each one of my kids. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. It is obviously my hope to not miss anything and get all those details correct, but just make sure and reach out to me if anything comes up or we run into any issues. And on that note, I'd love to introduce myself. My name is Cara Gertner. I am the instructional coach here at Kingsbury Elementary. What that means is I have the awesome privilege of coming alongside each and every one of our teachers here on campus and supporting all students. So essentially, every classroom is partly mine here at Kingsbury, and that is such a privilege to work alongside such a great team. So let's jump right in. What is Title I? Title I is a federal aid program. It's actually the largest educational federal aid program and supports all schools who qualify across the nation. The program focuses on students who are considered at risk. They shows those students who show signs of falling behind academically. And my favorite part of the Title I program is the team mindset. In my teaching career, I've always chosen to work at Title I schools because I love the idea that there is a very defined framework for how families, the community, and teachers come together to create the best environment and the best plan for our most needy students. So Title I has some pretty defined goals as well. The first goal is the quality of education. Their goal is to make sure that every single student has an opportunity for a quality education. And the second goal is to look at ways to provide that extra help to those children who are falling behind when you look at the state expectations for children that same age. And then the third goal is what instructional services can we add or provide that can help move those students along? And finally, the collaboration piece. How can we provide opportunities for families and community members and teachers to work as one for the betterment of students? So what are the responsibility of Title I schools? Title I schools work to identify those students who need educational help the most, to set goals for the school, for classrooms, and for students, to measure those goals. How are we doing? How are students making progress? To develop programs to add to regular classroom instruction, to provide effective instructional strategies to involve parents, to provide computer classes for parents, to promote programs to support our families, and to build strong partnerships with parents and communities. So, Title I schools really work hard to offer these important pieces: smaller class sizes, additional teachers and assistants, extra time for instruction, research-based methods and materials, and opportunities for collaboration. So a big piece of this is the funding that comes in. And so how do schools receive their funding? First, the federal government provides the money to each state, and then the state agencies send the money to school district. How much money a school receives is determined by the number of low-income students that attend that school. And then as a school, we take care of the next steps and we work to identify the students who need the most educational assistance. And we set goals for improving their progress. We measure that student progress and communicate it with parents. And then we develop programs to support and supplement regular classroom instruction. So one thing it's important for you to know is that you do have a right to know the status of your child's teacher regarding the state licensure requirements for the grade level and content area that teacher teaches, the current licensing status of your child's teacher, and the baccalaureate or graduate certification or degree your child's teacher holds. You also have the right to request the qualifications of any instructional paraprofessionals who serve in your child's classroom. And where do you go to get that information? You call Dr. Mills at the district office, or you send a letter of request to his attention at the district office. And so here's some more contacts for our Title I department at the district office. If you have any need to contact any one of these people, you can always look at this video, fast forward to this spot, hit pause, and you will have access to their information. So really quick before we go, I'm going to switch to the handouts that we have here at school. This is the basic information that I pulled from that the district provides for families about what Title I is. You can get a copy of this in our front office here at Kingsbury. And then we also have our parents and families right to know notification paperwork. This is the same information that was presented in this slideshow, and it also has Dr. Mills' contact information. So if you need either one of these documents, you can request them through your child's teacher. You can call up to the office and we will deliver it to your child's classroom so that you can have a paper copy of it. And I hope that you found the information in the meeting today interesting and informative. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. The next video will talk about how we plan to increase family engagement here at Kingsbury Elementary. I hope you'll take time to watch. Have a great night, guys.